kicks me out at 16 yo, BC, her stepkids ruined stuff while I was babysitting. So I call CPS and they take stepdad's kids away. But mom goes nuts on me. I'm 16 and I seriously don't know if I did the right thing. My parents divorced 2 years ago after mom cheated on dad with a guy from her gym. Dad moved 3 states away and I haven't seen him since, so he calls sometimes when he remembers. I've been stuck living with mom even though I begged the judge to let me go with dad. She moved her boyfriend Derek in 6 months after the divorce. He came with 2 sons, Tyler, who's 10, and Mason, who's 8. These kids were absolute nightmares from day one. Mom made me their permanent babysitter. Every single day after school, I had to watch them until Derek got home at 7 p.m. Weekends too if they wanted to go out. I couldn't say no or I'd lose my allowance, which was only $20 a week anyway. These kids destroyed everything they touched. They'd jump on furniture until it broke. They drew on walls with permanent marker. They flooded the bathroom twice playing with the hose. Every time something happened, Derek would blame me. The TV incident was the final straw. I was in my room doing homework when I heard this massive crash. I ran downstairs and the 55-inch TV was shattered on the floor. Tyler was holding a baseball and Mason was crying. Derek came home and completely lost it. He got in my face screaming that I was supposed to be watching them. I told him I can't watch them every second, and his kids shouldn't be throwing baseballs in the house anyway. He demanded I pay him back $800 for the TV. I'm 16. I don't have $800. I told him that was insane and his kids broke it, not me. Mom walked in during this, and instead of defending me, she said I was being disrespectful and ungrateful. I snapped. I told him I was sick of being blamed for his demon children and he could shove his TV money. Mom's face went white. Derek told me to get out until I learned some respect. I thought they were bluffing. They weren't. Mom grabbed my phone, said I wasn't getting it back until I apologized, and literally pushed me out the front door. It was 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. I stood on the porch in shock. The door was locked. I knocked and knocked, but nobody answered. I could see them through the window just ignoring me. I walked 20 minutes to my friend Jess's house in the dark. I was crying the whole way. When I showed up on her doorstep, her parents immediately knew something was wrong. I told them I had a fight with my mom and asked if I could crash on their couch. Jess's mom tried calling my mom. No answer. She tried calling my dad. Straight to voicemail. I begged her not to call the cops because I knew mom would make my life hell, but she said she had to. 2 officers showed up an hour later. They drove me back to my house and knocked on the door. Mom answered in her pajamas, acting all concerned like, "Oh, thank God you found her. She ran away after I grounded her." The cops asked why I didn't have my phone. Mom said she took it as punishment. They asked why I left. I told them everything. The babysitting, the TV, Derek screaming at me, them kicking me out and locking the door. One of the cops asked mom directly, "Did you remove your minor child from the home?" She got all defensive and said I chose to leave. The cop said, "At 11 p.m. without a phone? That's not running away, ma'am. They called my grandma since they couldn't reach dad. She lives 40 minutes away, but she came immediately." The cops told mom she was lucky they weren't arresting her for child abandonment right then. Grandma took me home with her. She's 68 and lives in a tiny 1-bedroom apartment, but she gave me her bed and slept on the couch. She said I was staying with her until dad could get here. That was 3 weeks ago. Last Friday, mom called grandma's phone absolutely screaming. I could hear her from across the room. CPS had shown up at our house after the cops filed a report. They investigated and found out about all the times I'd been blamed for the stepkids' behavior. But here's where it gets bad. During the investigation, Tyler and Mason told CPS workers that Derek hits them sometimes. Mom knew but never reported it. CPS took boys away to live with their bio mom full-time. Mom is blaming me for everything. She's telling everyone I lied to the cops to destroy her relationship. She's saying I got innocent children taken away because I was mad about babysitting. Derek is furious with her for not controlling me better. She says he might leave her over this. My aunt told me mom's been posting on Facebook about her ungrateful daughter who ruined her family. My grandma says none of this is my fault. She says if CPS took those kids, there was a real reason. She says mom chose her boyfriend over her own daughter and has to live with the consequences. But I know those kids hated going to their mom's house. They'd cry every other weekend when they had to go there. Now they're there permanently. Dad's trying to get emergency leave to come get me, but it might take another month. Grandma's health isn't great, and I know taking care of me is hard on her. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just apologized, paid the $800 somehow. Just dealt with it for 2 more years until I turned 18. Now my stepdad's kids are gone. Mom's relationship is falling apart, and my whole family is calling me selfish. I just wanted someone to believe me. I just wanted to be safe in my own house. I don't know if I made everything worse.